Oluwachi. The Nigeria Rugby Football Federation (NRFF) has unveiled its programs for the national team, the Black Stallions. The body said the team will feature in the Africa Cup Sevens scheduled to hold on October 6th to the 7th in Kampala, Uganda. The Africa Cup Sevens serves as qualifiers for the 2018 Commonwealth Games and the World Rugby Sevens Series. The Black Stallions are expected to play an international friendly with Algeria in December. The Enugu state government has dissolved the board of the Nigeria Professional Football League side Rangers International FC. This follows the dismal performance of the Flying Antelopes in the just concluded 2016-17 season. The state governor, Ifeanyi Ugwuanyi, terminated the contracts of staff of the club. A new board will be constituted in the coming days. Manchester United returned to the UEFA Champions League with a resounding 3-0 victory over FC Basel of Switzerland. Bayern Munich defeated Anderlecht 2-0, while goals from Neymar, Kylian Mbappe and Edinson Cavani earned big spending PSG a 5-0 win at Glasgow Celtic. Michy Batshuayi scored a brace as Chelsea went goal crazy after a 6-0 demolition of Karabakh. Lionel Messi scored twice as FC Barcelona handed last season's finalists FC Juventus a 3-0 defeat, Rakitic scoring the other goal. Former England boss Roy Hodgson has been named as Crystal Palace's new manager on a 2-year deal. Hodgson now replaces Frank de Boer, who was sacked on Monday after 77 days and 5 matches in charge. The 70-year-old has been out of management since resigning as England boss after defeat by Iceland at the last 16th stage of Euro 2016. He will take charge for Palace's Premier League game against Southampton on Saturday at Selhurst Park. Liverpool have lost their appeal over the length of Sadio Mane's 3-match ban after he was sent off in Saturday's 5-0 defeat at Manchester City. The Senegalese international Mane was dismissed in the 37th minute after catching City goalkeeper Ederson in the face with a high foot. He will now miss Premier League matches against Burnley and Leicester, as well as a trip to the latter in the EFL Cup. A scandal-tainted Patrick Hickey has resigned his position on the International Olympic Committee Executive Board with immediate effect. The 72-year-old Irish, who was arrested at the Rio Olympics last year in connection with a ticket scandal, had left his position on the IOC's top committee. Hickey was detained by Brazilian police in a dramatic raid at his hotel last year in connection with an illegal ticket sales scheme. He had already suspended himself from all other IOC functions. And that's a wrap on Sports News. The news at 10 continues shortly.
President Uhuru Kenyatta of Kenya today addressed Parliament for the first time since last month's presidential election, warning against divisive and destructive politics. His visit was boycotted by opposition lawmakers who held a rally to question his legitimacy and criticize the election board. Kenya's Supreme Court on September 1st nullified the presidential election, citing irregularities, and ordered new polls in 60 days. The surprise election annulment initially raised fears of short-term political turmoil in Kenya, but it also raised hopes among frustrated opposition supporters who believe the last 3 elections have been stolen from them. France, the UK and the Netherlands have been boosting relief efforts in their Caribbean islands devastated by Hurricane Irma, despite being criticized for their poor response. President Emmanuel Macron is visiting French islands that took the full force of the storm. Earlier, he reassured residents on the island of Saint-Martin that life would return to normal as a matter of priority and that the island would be rebuilt in a better way. The UK Foreign Minister Boris Johnson was due in the Caribbean, and Dutch King Willem Alexander spent the night there. Irma struck the Caribbean islands with deadly force, hitting Cuba, Barbuda, Puerto Rico and the US Virgin Islands. More than 30 people have been killed since the storm struck. And the main news again. President Muhammadu Buhari today inaugurated a $150 million animal feed factory in Kaduna. The facility is expected to generate about 600 direct and 400,000 indirect jobs for the country. Also today, Nigeria's Foreign Affairs Minister disclosed that the country will demand repatriation of her stolen funds as part of the country's agenda at the forthcoming 72nd United Nations General Assembly in New York. And more help came in today for Caribbean islands ravaged by Hurricane Irma as European countries increased relief efforts and criticism over poor response. That is News at 10 tonight. Thank you for watching. I am Amarachi Ubani. Good night.